Tonka, can you explain what Pilates are and how, and you've studied them for a long time and taught them, and how you've put a little twist on that practice?
Yes. Pilates was actually originally developed by Joseph Pilates in the early 1900s, and it was a technique that was tailored to help the body gain strength and flexibility. Joseph Pilates actually had an extensive background from a medical perspective. He was actually a nurse, and he worked with a lot of the injured soldiers before he came to the United States during World War I. So Pilates as a concept is actually use springs as resistance to help that body achieve that balance before it's challenged further. What's interesting about spring resistance is that with elastomers, there is no inertia. Inertia is present while you use free weights or when you use your own body weight. But with spring resistance, we actually can achieve really great results with strengthening without the